everyone, Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com, here with another video tutorial for you in my series called Flashcards 2.0. Today's card is a fabulous shadow box card, and I gotta show you the best part about this card. It's a wonderful card because it's its own little piece of art, but check this out. When I'm ready to mail it, it will go completely flat in the envelope, but when the recipient gets it, pop! And they've got this wonderful piece of art that they can kind of sit up. Can you see how that works? Awesome. Okay, let me show you how we're going to make today's card. We're going to begin, as always, with our Flashcard 2.0 template. Now, I'll be using Certainly Celery and Whisper White as my template today. Now, if you've not seen the video that explains Flashcard 2.0, no problem, head over to YouTube and search Connie Stewart Flashcards 2.0. The first video to pop up will be that one and explain the template for you. Now my card base is a Bashful Blue, and I've got a lot of scoring. I'm going to put those measurements up there on the screen for you. And let me tell you, we're going to score it 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 10, and 10.5. Hope you get a chance to jot those down because those are the measurements we need to create our card. So let's go ahead. We're going to start and go ahead and work with this card base. And what I'm going to have you do basically is a lot of bone folding. We're going to just accordion fold the card base. And you can kind of see just how this is going to go together. Now I'm going to tell you, if you're starting to accordion fold and you get to the end and you realize you accordion folded backwards, I've been there, done that. So don't worry about it. Just go back and refold in the opposite direction. So these two ends, we fold those in and then accordion fold out. So like I said, if you get it wrong, not a big deal. All right, so this is what we're going to have. So you can see when these ends come together, we're going to have a rectangle box in the middle and our two flaps on the outside. All right, so now what we're going to do with this, I'm going to kind of flatten it out here so we can work with it. I'm going to run this through an embossing folder. Now I did do that in advance for you, and I ran it through the Cloudy Day embossing folder, and let me show you how I did that. I've got it folded in half, and I put my embossing folder on there, and I took it just to the edge of that 5.5 inch mark, and I ran that through, so nothing embossed on the back, just there on the front. Now what we're going to do with that, since we're at the big shot, we're going to run this through again. Actually, it's going to be more like this, and you can see I ran a this is the Windows collection of framelits. You can use any framelit. Label collection is great on this too, but I just laid that on there and ran that framelit through my big shot. So we've got this. Now let me show you something really cool when I pop this out. I ended up with two really great clouds that I didn't want to waste. So if you'll just come in with your paper snips and just cut those out, and you're going to do it with that one, and then there's one more right here with just two. So just go ahead and give those a quick snip, and we're going to save those for later. Now let me get started with how we're going to work on the inside of the card. Let's come in with our Certainly Celery. We need to do a little quick cutting on this one, guys. If you'll cut that down to a hair less than 3.5, you'll see why. It's just when it kind of fits in here. We've got to fit inside some score lines, so just a little bit less than 3.5 and you'll be great. Save this piece. We'll use that in a minute. With this one here, we're going to do some more cutting, and we're just going to make a little grassy knoll. And don't worry about it being perfect. It's just a simple wave. Not a big deal. Just like that. All right. Now we can go and adhere this to the inside of our card, which I've already done for you. So I've got my little grass in there, and the stamp set we're going to be using today, oh my gosh, I love this set. It's called Up, Up, and Away. I'm kind of a fan of hot air balloons. Kind of reminds me of going to hot air balloon races when I was a kid. But this is a fabulous stamp set, 14 stamps, lots of different images, but we've got these little clouds here. So you can see I came in with the clouds and just stamped a few of those in Bashful Blue. And we also have these sweet little birds, and I'm just going to stamp a couple of those in chocolate chip just to kind of give some great just to really give us a look of the horizon going on. All right, well, this part of our card's done. Now let's come in with our Whisper White cardstock. And now we're going to get those balloons stamped. Now, to save some time, I did go ahead and stamp one of them in Melon Mambo, and my little basket there is in Chocolate Chip. This one here is in Daffodil Delight, and then we'll put our little basket on there. And one last thing in Melon Mambo. This set has a lot of different sentiments, and I'm going to use the Happy Birthday to You for my card. So I've got those done. Let's come in. I've got a 1-inch square punch, just the 1-inch one, and we can punch out our Happy Birthday to You. And okay, you guys are going to kill me now. This is the part where you're not going to like me, but we have to cut these out. I know, I'm so sorry. I wish there was some great framelit or punch, but there is not. So just bear with me. And you guys, this is really an easy one to cut out. So we're going to cut out both of our balloons. I know, I hope you still love me. Okay, so now that we've got that done, let's go ahead. Now we can really start to put our card together. We're going to be using some Stampin' Dimensionals, and on the back of the yellow balloon, I have a dimensional here, and let's just adhere that so my balloon is just starting to take off. And really that's all we need to do to the inside. So let's go ahead and put this card together. I am going to be using the snail adhesive, and I'm going to go all the way down the outer edges, and don't skimp. This is not one of those places you can skimp on snail. The other place I'm going to add snail are these two sections right here in the middle. So let's go all the way down. The reason we need this much, we really want this to stick. I could have used sticky strip, but I really needed something that was a little bit wider. So let's begin with this outer one, and we're going to stick that together. And then this one, we should just be able to lay it flat. You know, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to make sure I line it up like so. Okay, so we've got those put together. Give that a good press. And our shadow box is looking really good, but it's really bad on the outside, don't you think? So let's do a little more work. I'm going to come in with the hot air balloon here. And I have found when I put this one together, I really needed to put the dimensionals here rather than on the back of here, because it's really hard to know exactly where some of these are going to land. So I've got my dimensional there. That little square of Certainly Celery that we had left over, if you'll come in with the scallop square punch, we'll punch that out. And I've just adhered the Happy Birthday to You with the Stampin' Dimensionals, so that's all ready to go. But let's, just like I was saying on this one, I am going to put my adhesive here on the edge rather than on the back of here, because it's real easy to get that wrong. And I'm just going to adhere my Happy Birthday to You. Now I thought, you notice it's hanging off. We want that. So it's just here on this edge that's holding it on. Now I did just do a little ribbon knot with some pumpkin pie 1/8 inch taffeta, and it's just there on a mini glue dot. I just wanted to add just a little splash of orange on there. So we're looking good. Our last thing that we're going to do is we're going to come in with those clouds that we made, that we cut out. Now you notice I have some glitter on there, and let me show you. It was a very easy thing to do. You take your 2-way glue pen, which is just glue and a pen, and we're just going to draw some little lines on our clouds there, sprinkle it with some dazzling details and or dazzling diamonds, and we're ready to go. We're going to adhere dimensionals here and here, just like so. And now we can adhere those great clouds to kind of hide just, you know, I don't think I want that going crooked. I get so particular, don't I? All right, let's add our last little cloud there, like so. And that is our fabulous shadow box card. What do you think? Guys, it really is easy. I'm telling you, I hope you will try this card. It's really fun, and let me tell you, it's really fun to give this card away. Now listen, all the products that I used today, well, you know where you can get those. SimplySimpleStamping.com is where. I'll have a supply list of everything that I used. You can order directly from my website and have it shipped right to your door. You'll be making this perfect springy card before spring is over. So we'll have that delivered right to you. And listen, if you love the idea of flashcards and you'd like to order the kits to go to Simply Simple Stamping. Flashcard kits to go, everything cut, scored, envelopes, everything for 40 cards. It's just waiting for you. It'll be delivered right away. Again, you'll be stamping in no time. Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning into my series. I hope you enjoyed today's card. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.